everybody, Jeff Esposito here from jeffesposito.com, taking over the Livefire blog for a little bit to kind of talk about, numbers. We all like them, we all use them, but somehow we always have a problem with social media of trying to sell it to the higher ups in the company. A lot of times they'll come back and say that the numbers are too fluffy, too unicorny, too rainbowy. I don't like unicorns, I don't like rainbows, but I'm going to be here to help you give hard numbers that you can give to your boss and say, this is why we should be using social media. So they're really hard numbers that you can look at on there. So today we're going to count down 5 great numbers that you can use to show to your boss to really impact what's going on there. So the first is that 46% of internet users worldwide use a social network daily. So that's a lot of people. There's millions of folks on there. And, if you want to look at this as a combined, we'll call this stat number 1A, is that by 2012, Facebook's going to have 1 billion users. That's half the world's internet population. So if you look at that number by next year, that's 1 billion people that might be able to get in touch with your brand on a daily basis. So that's something that's really cool and that's should be considered. And if we look in a microcosm, we look at the United States of America, of the internet users, 25% of every hour spent online is on a social network. It's the biggest area on the pie chart for an individual activity. That's more than people looking at, on Google to search for stuff, more than email marketing. And if you look at that in a traditional sense, your company probably relies heavily on online search and email marketing to really drive business to your company. So it's something to really look at. And if you look at this from a work perspective, if you added up that 25% over the course of a workday, it's almost 3 hours that people are spending from their workday on a social network. Might not want to share that one with your boss, but if you think about it this way, that's also potential customers that are farting around in their computer that could potentially get marketed to. 71% of people who engage with a brand on a social network expect to get some kind of sales messaging to them. But don't let your boss over-salivate about that. Because even though that's a lot of people that expect it, you're dealing with a company. There's going to be a sale there. But the most common reason for people to unfollow you on Facebook or unfollow you on Twitter is too much push marketing. So what you need to just really focus on is the fact that people come there to get a closer bond to the company. And what they really want is to talk to them, know there's a human there, and if there's a chance to get a sale in there, damn right you should do it. But don't do it too much. Don't be that guy at the cocktail party who's sitting out there handing out his business cards to everybody that he can network with. So just don't do it. We're going to get back to communities right now and look at it similar to this Livefire community that you guys are all a part of. 66% of consumers who join a company's community, whether it's on Facebook, on Twitter, a private gated community, or just peer review sites on the company's own website, are more likely to purchase from that brand in the future. So that really tells you something. If a customer is coming there and they're investing their time with you to become, in your community, 66% more likely to come back and purchase from you in the future. So that says something to you. And the last thing that I want to look at here is, the 5th number that we want to look at today is that 46% of small businesses are using social media right now. Small businesses are the backbone of what's going to rebuild our economy in the U.S. That's a lot of people that are on it. And these are companies that are smaller than you that are using social media to build up their companies. And, we don't need to use that as a measuring stick, but 38% of small businesses that were in this survey done also say they would use social media if they had more time or a tool that could pull it together. So that's a lot of businesses on there. So, I think you could take these 5 statistics and really show them to your boss and say, look, this is why social media is important. This is what we need to do. It's up to you to make the sale, but these numbers should be able to help you. They're real. They're not fluffy. They're not, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, or, Godzilla coming in there that are all figments of an imagination. These are something that are hard numbers that are malleable and can be used. If those numbers don't work or you just want to look at some more, check out the link below. It's going to link back to a post that I did a while ago that had Jeremy invite me to come do this guest post, that there's 23 numbers on there to really look at that link to a number of studies and surveys that can help you out. So this is Jeff Esposito here from jeffesposito.com, signing off the Livefire blog. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. That's all, folks.